Oh, that's right. We've got to work out how to do this. So, as a recap, in our previous run through, let's go back to the end of 2 nights before. On Wednesday, we spent a lot of time. I'm going to go with bashing our head against the wall in the tomb, trying to get Valerie. On Thursday, we 2-shot it, and we got Valerie. And then we ran around the place without reducing the difficulty, so we stayed on hard for the entire playthrough so far. And we tried Tusk Cutter, that didn't work. But we recognized that one wasn't going to work. We went to the old shack and got the message to go to where the Temple of the Elk was. We went to the Temple of the Elk. We fought off the elk monster, the Temple of the Elk spirits, the frogs, the bear, the boar, and the wolves. And we got Tristan. And then we went and did the spiders, and that was scary. Which has left us with permanent strength down. On multiple characters. And these guys have a lot of strength down. But I can't see a way of knowing how many they have down. Some of them will just rest off, but each stack is worth 1 rest. However, Tristan has lesser restoration, which should remove 1 stack from 1 person. If I put in the domain slot, which we will. Oh, and I can put it there. So for at least, we can remove 3 stacks. On this difficulty, party members have to be fighting to get XP? I don't know, Carino. But everyone's... Harem's not with us now, but I'll probably never take him anyway. I don't think anyone else has lesser restoration. It's a level 2 spell, so no one else will have it. The other option is we can buy... or some more powerful magic. Well, we don't have greater restoration. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to buy scrolls, though. But knowing Dingus out the front, he'll charge us an arm and a leg. And despite the fact that we seem to have all the gold in creation, I don't want to spend it, because last time I had all the gold in creation, I gave it to Jihad. So now he's rich as the king.
How may I serve you?
Scroll of Lesser Restoration. Well, it's only 150 gold. Huh. That might be an in-between between being like a cheapo button, not so much. Because otherwise we'll have to put Tristan's spellbook back properly. At 150 gold, I kind of want to buy some. How do we find out exactly how many stacks of this we have? I would have to know how much strength they had as a base. Oh, base value 14. Modified value 11, so she's got 3. Base value 10. Modified value 5. Wow. How'd she get bitten by 5 stacks of spiders? That's also 5. I'm also going to have to heal. One of the issues is healing them. Do they get full health back when resting in here? Can't remember, because otherwise... If they don't get health back for fighting in here, or for resting in here, I'd have to go outside and rest so that I can party them up and use healing spells. I'm going to check the healing side of this. We'll do a quick load if it doesn't. Right, so they do all get a full heal. We're going to need... and they lose 1 stack per rest. Oh, man. Okay, where's pen? Did he lose his thing? Now, I think he's only got 1 stack, maybe, because he's already got a racial -2. So if a base value is 16, is that why my modified value is 13 plus 1 of these? Is that assumption correct, we think? Why is the modifier negative? You've got a +1 modifier. But a racial of -2 is a -1. Why can't I just see how many stacks of that is? Like, she's got one. But she's got no modifier. So what's the modifier that this one has that is -3 to strength? That's the okay. Right, so I just want to have the base value minus that one. It's gonna cost like 1,000 gold. I don't know if I want to spend that. Alright, now let's do the rest with Tristan's spell book. We'll need to fix that up as well. What do you have before? Protection from evil. Less weapon. Right, so he only had 1. Hers is gone. He's got 1. She's at 4. 1, 4, 2, 4. I'm gonna have to rest again to realign. So put 2 on him, 2 on her, and then rest. No. No. I want to actually cast it. Tristan, cast it. I think I actually am going to have to go out into the wild, find a random encounter so I can cast spells on my party.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Which... think I'm just going to buy the potions.
I crave for adventure.
Oh, in which case then, actually, let's load up the main save. Before I'd mucked up Tristan's spellbook. That's really awkward. But you can't cast spells on other party members from here. Very awkward. Alright, Tristan. Your level 2 spells haven't changed, and I haven't put a domain slot in. So I could take that one. We could take Protection from Evil Communal. Or a Scorching Ray. Tristan's going to be very protective-y, so I don't... No. All allies within a 30 feet. Protection from an alignment. Oh, I see. Huh. Can I just put another cure? No, I can't. I think I can turn it into one of those. It cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage to one of the subject's ability scores. Oh, let's keep that one down there. Right. Rest. Go by scrolls. And then... we go do some questing.
How may I serve you?
Alright, I need at least 4. I should buy 1 though and make sure it works, otherwise I'm going to rest for another 3 days. Is this going to be the same? Can I not use this on...
How may I serve you?
Alright, let's... I need
How
you
may I
to
serve you?
read a cloak for me. I want you to... No, I want you to use it. He said he would use our things. Jahad, I need you to use it. But I wanted you to use it on her. God.
Quick, quick!
How
Let's
may I
bring this all the
serve you?
fun.
Oh, this is gonna be bad, I think. I at least need 3. We know they work. But how do I get them to work on the others? We at least need another 2.
How may I
They can
serve
just
you?
use it. Where's that closing inventory? Give me my inventory. Okay. Amiri, I have to use these one at a time. Oh, that got rid of all of them. Okay. Everyone is cured. We're good to go. Apparently.
How may I serve you?
Oh, she rolled a 4 on that. Okay, so you can actually... Man, Tristan could have actually healed them all in one hit. No, probably not. But a lot quicker than using those would have. I should put those upstairs, actually. Merchant would pay well. Oh, we have meat, so we can actually cook one of these dishes. I can't remember which one. We can cook a dish. Yay for cooking! We're good to go? We're good to go. Oh, just sold for 69 gold, by the way. She's so angry. I love it. Let's hope Lindsay doesn't burn everything again. That's right. So we have tusk udder and moon radishes. I don't know where to get the moon radishes from. I guess we'll find those somewhere. Tusk udder's somewhere. That's that one. That one we're still doing. We need to go to the old sycamore. We are level 3 now. So I guess we're going to do something out there. And we need to wait for the fog. Right, let's go out to the old sycamore.
Time becomes distance.
Yeah, so if there's anyone that has played or does play Path of Exile that could maybe explain to me why I have this like compelling urge to play it, I would appreciate that. Mind you, I haven't played it. That's convenient that we can just drop that into our thing. Yep. I'm going to get to a stage where I'm going to have to play with one of those other two characters. We're going to have to level them up like 10 times. Because I want to join the dark side. Hey, Zergos. Why is it the dark side? We don't want to go there. It's always a dark side. Is that the sycamore? Gather a bucket of moonradish to bring to Bokken. Moonradishes often attract kobolds. No, let's just go. Well, it's not the sycamore. Pretty sure we don't have a... No, so we don't have a fatigue penalty on travel, so we can travel for as long as we want, apart from the time. We do have a time factor to worry about. Yeah, sure, let's see if we can locate something. Where's Tartuccio? We believe he's at the old sycamore. Thanks, Sergos.
Greetings.
Keston Garrus, the former captain of Jamandi Alduri's personal guards, nods to you as though you'd seen each other in Restov only yesterday. Okay, so it was like 15 days ago. Why do Cliplings hate you? I see it. It worked. Why? What's wrong? Puzzled, spunky rhinoceros grammar king. Nice. He limps noticeably and his clothes are stained with blood and looks very bit as grim and focused as when you first met. But this time you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes. Really?
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence.
Good.
Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Iravetti is no stranger to intrigue and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamande sends her apologies.
Did she send some gold with her apologies?
We almost had Tartuccio cornered when this damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. My people can barely stand, so I would be grateful if you would help us capture this Tartuccio. He must be somewhere nearby. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. The Sword Lords will remember this favor.
Okay, bring the scum to Oleg's trading post, dead. Gotcha. How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy.
That's because they're stupid.
His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamande is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamande immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
A nasty grin crosses Keston's face. Okay, what can the Pataxian spies hope to find in the stolen lands?
Pataxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time King Iravetti had a chance to seize the entire Stolen Lands region, and at the Eldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pataxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Garess is the name of a noble house in Brevoy, is it not? You're a noble, then?
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
Care to tell me why you were exiled? You've asked a favor of me. I'd say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else, and I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya, so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity.
Oh.
Everyone gets what they deserve.
Chaotic good or chaotic new? We got, let's say you deserve better fate, Keston. True love should not be punished. Leave the past in the past and think no more. No, chaotic. No, we're gonna we stick to pure chaotic good on this one.
What's done is done.
What's done is done. I would know more of House Garess in your homeland.
Well then, ask away.
Is this my favorite solo RPG at the moment? It is my only solo RPG at the moment. So by default, yes. Also, not surprisingly then, it's also my least favorite at the moment. But it's a pretty good quality one for a least favorite. I'm enjoying it a lot. Tell me of the lands you grew up in.
House Garess owns a number of valleys and gorges in the Galushkin Mountains. The landscape makes these places easily defensible, and they're rich in ores and everything else the depths of the earth have to offer. It is a place of rare beauty. When I moved to Restov, I couldn't get used to it for a long time. There was nothing but sky between the roofs. No mountain peaks anywhere in sight.
I haven't played Divinity or the Pillars games. I haven't played a true RPG, like a P&P RPG, for a long time. It's good to get back into one. Tell me of the House Garess.
It is an old and renowned family, one of the most influential in Brevoy. A long time ago, the Garess house entered a pact with the dwarven clan of Golka. This proved to be of great benefit to both parties, and they've supplied the ore for our forges ever since. Lord Howland even took the son of the dwarven leader as his ward. Who would have known where this would lead? The same winter that Brevoy lost the Rogarvia dynasty, Howland's only natural son, Bren, went missing in the mountains. Thus, Toval Golka, the Lord's dwarven ward, became heir to House Garess. The lad has it tough, though. Too many believed Howland should have chosen someone of his own blood to be the heir. I would imagine my own father had similar plans for me, but we all know how that went.
I've done about 20 hours. I did one day just with a different character, just to sort of get used to it and muck around and have a bit of a feel for it, and then started re-rolled with this character after doing a bit of research on the character building and what would make good group composition on hard. If you like planning out your characters and you're familiar with sort of Dungeons and Dragons, or if you've played Pathfinder itself, you like character building and story and dice-based combat, then yes, I would strongly recommend it. If the dice-based combat is the big one. If you're not interested in working, you don't have to work it out, but you need to know about AC and DC and how the rolls work. I think it would be very hard for someone to get into it. But if you've played Pillars and Divinity and you like those, like most people that have played those and that have liked it said they like this as well.
As you wish.
And it seems to feel like that there's a lot of options to play it differently, especially with the different story characters you can add to your party to get you multiple playthroughs, which sounds a pretty good deal for extra hours. All right. So we're going to explore. We're going to find Tartuccio. We're going to explore. Maybe we'll find some of these moon radishes around here. Just carefully head on up. Can't see down here, can we?
Step, step, step!
Not really. What genre? CRPG.